Does it ever feel like being queer is like playing capitalism on hard mode?
Oof, yeah, 100%. I'm seeing GoFundMes like every week now because somebody's about to lose their housing.
They need to rely on mutual aid because of systemic inequities or because they don't want to go to work.
Right, or because they're literally sitting at home saying they are owed reparations.
Hey guys, back with another Normal Gays React video. I'm Brad Polumbo here with Clarkson, Lawson. And Clarkson, we're going to look at some queers against capitalism, ?
Very on brand for us. I feel like this video is like a perfect video for us to react to. But yeah, let's just roll the clip because these people, I don't know what it is about this podcast, but it's just
the Queer Collective podcast.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We'll just say that.
Does it ever feel like being queer is like playing capitalism on hard mode?
Oof, yeah, 100%. I'm seeing GoFundMes like every week now because somebody's about to lose their housing, and especially in BIPOC and trans communities.
It's a privilege to not know that being queer has a direct and negative impact on your finances. And that is a failure on our system, not a failure on our community. We should not have to be relying on mutual aid for problems that are such a clear systemic issue. The worst thing is in Canada, we have almost no research on this, so we're not getting the policy or advocacy that we need. No receipts, no policy.
That's what I'm saying. But there is actually good news because there is a nationwide survey being run in Canada right now to get this data, and it's run by and for 2S LGBTQ plus people at York University, but they need your help, so listen up.
We're breaking the fourth wall. It's like a big queer census, and it's the first time anyone's done it in Canada.
And they're looking for people of all genders, sexualities, and income levels, even if you're not experiencing poverty. And to sweeten the deal, they're giving you a $15 Amazon gift card when you participate. So they win and you win.
This information will be used by community organizations and governments across the country to help develop programs and policy so that we can challenge the status quo that's been impacting our community for a very long time.
So if you want to help make history, click the link in our bio right now to contribute your voice.
Am I crazy, or did we just watch an ad, SpawnCon, sponsored content, where they're getting paid to have people fill out a survey that they get then rewarded with Amazon gift cards, all from the Queers Against Capitalism?
Yeah. No, they're against capitalism, but they sure are using it. It's like they're selling out in a way. It's actually kind of an argument against capitalism. They're selling out our community to this victim mindset that we are just the product of systemic oppression. We are not the product of our individual decisions, in hopes that it will manipulate them into filling out a form and get them paid.
And also, like, this idea that, well, being queer means you're financially disadvantaged. Gay people earn more. Like, What are you talking about? Gay people get their bag all the time. That this is not true. Now, maybe it's true for queer because queer refers to a political identity / mental illness. So, like, maybe that part is true, but that is not true about gay and lesbian people, that they are financially disadvantaged in America or in Canada.
I do love how they cite like queer people needing to use mutual aid because we've reacted to all of those queer people.
They need to rely on mutual aid because of systemic inequities or because they don't want to go to work.
Right, or because they're literally sitting at home saying they are owed reparations, or they're turning down job interviews. And that's really what bugs me with a lot of this this social activism, is that they use a macro analysis, and this happens in the Black community too. They use a macro analysis of a community, even if that community is facing systemic oppression, to justify individual decisions and avoid self-reflection. And it's like that is having the opposite effect on the communities that you're wanting to help. If you're feeding the idea that they don't need to self-reflect at all in order to become more successful.
Yeah, it's just not true. You're telling people a victim narrative that is not true. If you are gay or you are lesbian or you are bisexual, or it's a little more complicated, but depending if you're trans, not only is the world your oyster in a modern Western country in terms of the economic world, it may be less so a little bit. Some companies have walked it back, but a lot of companies will still like actively advantage you for being some sort of marginalized identity. So if you are, it may help you climb the economic ladder that you are queer, if you are trying to be climb the corporate ladder at a woke DEI heavy corporation, it will help you get admitted into college under, any sort of affirmative action system or anything. It's like this idea that you are uniquely financially disadvantaged and it's capitalism on hard mode. I mean, it's nuanced and it's not uniform for everyone across all walks of life or across the whole country, but there are some walks of life or some spaces where it would actually be capitalism on easy mode.
Yeah, and it's like, what is the end goal here? When is it?
Besides them getting Amazon gift cards or whatever.
Right, and it's like, okay, so what is it exactly that we are oppressed? Is it because we're a minority? Okay, so what is the end goal? That everybody becomes queer, or that we get special handouts? Like at what point do we start to say, hey, you're capable of making your life
better? The answer is never.
It's never.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not surprised, though, that this podcast is selling a victim narrative and telling people not to self-reflect, because this is the same podcast, and we'll roll the clip, who said that you shouldn't disclose certain things to partners that could endanger their health.
Do you think people should care if someone they're dating discloses to them that they have HIV?
I don't think they should. You have to understand, like, if I don't take care of my health, I'll die. By you having sex with me, you're probably having sex with, like, one of the safest people you could possibly have sex with.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm taking care of myself. You don't know about the random who says that they don't have HIV.
True.
You don't know what their history is.
Yeah.
Like, when I would be messaging guys on Grindr, and I'd be like, when was the last time you got tested? They'd be like 6 months ago, 8 months ago.
That's so...
And I really think the only thing that makes it so stigmatized too is the fact that it's associated with sex as well.
Yes.
Even when we're thinking about something like herpes, like lots of people have the exact same virus on their mouth, and it's not stigmatized at all. Like children have it, you can get it in so many different ways. That exact same virus, if you were to give someone head while you have it, would give them genital herpes.
Totally.
Then that is something that is highly stigmatized just because it's associated with a sex act.
Yes.
There's lots of new research now, if all of us are actually getting properly educated, that you can engage with safe sex with people who have had STIs like HIV. And typically, like you said, those people who have been diagnosed, they've been in the clinic, they've had these conversations with healthcare professionals, and they know how to engage with safe sex with you, especially if they're bringing it to you. That means like they value your health.
So I will say, I remember when this clip first went viral, and a lot of conservatives or right-wing accounts took it like 7 seconds of it out of context. The full context here is that this man is arguing that if your HIV is treated and you are undetectable, then your HIV is not transmissible. And in that context, he's saying there's no need to inform partners. I disagree because it's not transmissible. I still disagree. However, it's not quite the, like, people were treating the clip as if it's just like, oh yeah, have sex with people with HIV willy-nilly. Not quite that. However, I'm still amazed that they edited this clip, look back at it, and were like, yes, let's post this.
Yeah, I mean, it's true that if you're undetectable, you are most likely engaging in safer sex than you would if somebody who just like doesn't get tested. But it's still, to me, it's not your decision to make.
Yeah.
Even if it's a 0.5% chance or 0.001% chance. If you are a person with HIV, you don't get to make that decision. Even if the person who doesn't want to sleep with you because of it is uneducated, it's predatory to make that decision for them. And
explain the facts to them. Explain, I'm treated, it's very low risk, and then they can choose to continue to engage with you. And if they don't, then why are you tricking them? Why are you deceiving? Anytime you're engaging in deceit to obtain sex, I have a problem with that.
Yeah, it's predatory. That's exactly what it is, and I find it kind of gross. But I mean, the opinion is logical, but the action, I think, is predatory. It's just this podcast is a prime example of every single thing that we stand against. Like everything, the lack of self-reflection from HIV positive people to body positive people. I don't know. If you're a viewer, I don't want to direct people to this podcast, but if you're ever bored,
tell them we will come on, fly us out.
I would love to go on. We should totally go on, and we can debate them, or we can just kiki I don't know.
You message them on TikTok, Clarkson. Tell them that we will come out. We will sit down on the Queer Collective podcast anytime. But I have a feeling that we will not be welcome. We have too much common sense. What do you guys think? Would you love to see that crossover collaboration? Let us know in the comments. Do hit that like button. Make sure subscribed if you aren't yet. Go check out Clarkson's YouTube channel as well, linked in the description. And guys, we'll be back with more Normal Gays content real soon.